Good morning and welcome to episode 1620 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. If you need more Hard Factor today, Justin Trudeau is gone. He's done. And he's gone from, we'll get into it.
True done?
Yeah. Yeah, he's done. Is he finished? Maybe.
Just in time, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and many Canadians, it turns out. He was.
Now he can go back to his passion of blackface and young students.
Yeah.
Are they still going to kill homeless people up there, though?
Well, that's not him.
That's
Canada.
Well, that's his forever legacy.
Yeah.
We're at, and it's funny you bring that up, Wes, because we're
not going to pin the Aborigines and the Catholicism deaths on him too, are we? I mean, some of that's just Canada being Canada.
Well, no, but he was an
assisted
innovator.
Suicide. Yeah,
he was an innovator of government-assisted suicide.
Yes.
As an American, I wouldn't be casting stones at the Canadian healthcare system from your glass.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are bringing up all the hot buttons. We're going to get into all of them. When
we take over Canada, does that mean they lose health care?
Listen, I asked this because I was
concerned we're going to get into it.
All right, that sucks for them.
If they, a lot of steps before then. Skip Bayless is allegedly very horny.
Yeah,
he is rich and he's horny, and he is not afraid to show it.
He keeps that old bod tight. So he expects.
Yeah, he does.
And by it,
those pictures he takes of himself working out make a lot more sense after this.
They really do.
He's on TRT, no doubt about it.
That's more than that's you're getting high dose.
He doesn't skip a shot.
He doesn't.
Or leg day. Doesn't skip leg day either.
Yeah.
I think he's also skipped pantless on some of those photos that he sends in DMs, because you don't send photos like that to the public without sending some private ones. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. He takes a naked first.
Yeah. You got to wonder how Ernestine feels about that. That's his wife, right? Ernestine?
Yeah.
We'll get into that, right?
Trump and Rudy are in court as always.
Yeah. America's worst lawyer and our current president.
Well, almost. A few days. Insanity in the friendly skies.
Yeah. You're in for a treat.
Just sneezed out my Lucy.
Oh, I've done that before. I hit my wife once with it. She was so mad. I've sneezed to Lucy like I should say, like a foot, and they're like right in the face, and she was like,
"You got to really watch out around her now."
Yeah. That was a mistake.
Whoa,
that was hilarious though.
Very funny, but yeah, the pouches you're gonna be. Yeah. It's a pouch on it. Pouch on an eggshell situation.
It was a prank, I'd like to say. Like I said,
well, honey, I was
at
kidding
this
around.
United Airlines thing is, yeah.
Oh, good. All right. Let's talk about Trudeau. Goodbye, Justin Trudeau. That's pretty much it. Justin Pierre James. Didn't know he had the second middle name there, James. Justin Pierre James Trudeau. The man who has embodied the smirking liberal motif since he seized control of the Canadian prime ministership in 2015. He has resigned, citing internal battles within the Canadian Liberal Party. So,
okay.
Do you know he wasn't doing much because he still looks great? He didn't age much.
Well, no, Wes, that was an old picture, but you could see he looks much worse, but he's still smirking at his resignation.
Great.
Yeah, still looks
but way worse.
Good for 9 years in office.
Yeah.
Good for 9 years in office. Way worse than there. The smirk still remains, though. That never leaves, But his tenure, despite the smirk still being there, his tenure as prime minister is effectively done. Canadian Parliament is frozen until March 24th, and the Liberal Party will presumably pick a new leader in the meantime, because the reason he's resigning is because the Liberal Party was like, "Hey, Justin, we're all fucking sick of you. Can you resign, please?" And then,
Yeah, sup with the decade. Sup with that.
That's how Canada works. They have weird election laws. You could just be prime minister forever, and then you decide one day, like, yeah, I'm done. Because the way it works is that Parliament's frozen until March 24th. The Liberal Party, which is the ruling party, which Justin Trudeau's the leader of, right?
Must be cold.
Yeah.
He's
literally those cold fucks
and figuratively. They're freezing it for the dead of winter. And because the Liberal Party's in control, they have to pick a new leader, right, to replace Trudeau, who will be like the interim prime minister until there is actual elections, Canadian parliamentary elections by October of this year.
Yeah.
And then the leader of that majority, the party will select the new prime minister.
That's
just
all
like
very
Britain.
confusing and well
Just like
explained by
Britain.
you, Will.
Yeah.
But yeah, calling elections and all that bullshit. But to Pat's point, what's up with the decade? How are you going to act like you're so progressive when you have a dictator for a decade, or it could be longer? I mean, like,
Technically, you're the leader of
limits,
parliament.
technically.
Technically, you're the leader of parliament.
But they
so
don't have a
representative.
president, right? So he's the top position.
No, you are the
top position.
effective president. Yeah.
Well,
what makes
the
them
Queen.
better than Russia or China with this type?
Not
of
much,
bullshit?
it seems like.
Yeah.
According to the people's opinion of Trudeau, except for the fact that pressure finally made him resign. Yeah, it's like what this is literally Kamala Biden 2.0, except much younger, which is typical that Canada is getting this a year after it ran in the U.S. So
it's like no one wanted to step into the hot seat, basically.
yeah, I mean,
It's
basically
pretty chilly up there.
inflation
Hot seat.
inflation and shitty decisions have fucked Trudeau, just like Biden, and everybody's pissed at him. And he wouldn't win an election if he tried to hold one himself. So he's stepping down, probably for the sacrificial lamb to lose.
Not fired, quit.
Right.
Yeah.
He keeps the smirk. That's why that's how he can keep the smirk.
Yeah.
So.
Trump commented.
You see, I quit.
Yeah.
A lot of people
My
would
choice.
like
I hate
to
to correct. I hate to
Canada
correct you, but
be the 51st state. That was Trump's
How would
comment.
that even work, though? First of all, that would piss Mexico right off, right? We're just going to take
Hey, what about us?
yeah,
they,
and Puerto Rico for
Puerto Rico is really getting the short end there.
I mean, come on.
territory.
Is it because of the river?
I mean, what are we doing? We're not going to take the. We're not getting.
No, it's such
Well,
a
Trump
stupid thing.
Trump
to say.
continues to push for Canada to become the 51st state, which would, as Pat pointed out, the top drastically alter their healthcare system.
Look, I'm no Trump guy, but what happened to fixing the United States? We don't need to add double the territory to the problem.
Well, I don't know. Now that Trudeau's out, though, and he might go on to reality TV, there's an opportunity for us to step in and have a 51st state, which is like the size of Russia. So, I mean, look, I don't think the 51st state thing is legitimately a real push. I think it's actually mostly just a joke, but it's a thing that's being done.
It's an insult.
It's an
It's an
insult.
insult.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, tongue in cheek. Yeah.
It's we could do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
it's
could do it.
tremendously
Better off.
insulting.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think it upsets Justin Trudeau that he'll never be as cool as Rob Ford?
No one.
No one
But Rob
can
Ford's
be,
dead. It's like,
Yeah.
do you want to be
Not
as
in our
cool as
hearts,
Kurt
Pat.
Cobain? No.
Yeah.
But I bet it bothers him a little bit.
It's as
Because
insulting as when Elon Musk asks if he wants you to seat his wife, or like for him, you want me to impregnate your wife? That's like what we do with Canada, the 51st
Yeah,
state.
exactly.
Right.
That's exactly what it is.
That same level of
It is.
condescending, insulting.
To what occasion do we owe this
Yeah,
dinner
but-
party, Elon?
at the end of the day, we on this show know that us and Canadians are just equally dumb, right? Like, I mean, I mean, maybe they have a few things, especially the cold, figured out better than us. But for the most part,
Healthcare.
we're all,
Syrup, bacon,
We're all
maple
just
syrup, health
Gun control.
we're all
gun
just
control.
a bunch of morons running around.
If they were
out there.
outside as much as we were, they'd be doing just as much dumb shit.
Oh, they're outside
Right,
so
they
much
had-
more
They're,
than
they're
us.
only
bro.
outside, I think.
Well, in the
to
freezing.
Wes's point,
Oh,
look at Florida. The heat
Yeah.
got
changes,
you.
Yeah.
right? The
From
heat
Outside in this.
We have the
adds a
South,
different
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if the vibes would mix, was Pat wrong about Tamarack Barbell says
Healthcare and gun control. I guess they got it worse up there.
Yeah, apparently healthcare
Oh.
is worse in Canada.
well, you got to
Not
wait a
Check them
long
out.
time.
Tamarack.
You got to wait
Canadian
a long
mass
time for your
shootings.
free visit. Yeah.
One.
And then fewer of those. That's good.
I don't think Pat has those two things wrong. No.
I could be wrong.
But speaking of Canada and what they do great, they do, and Trudeau is to thank for this, really. They do assisted government suicide better than anybody. The numbers are booming, and Trudeau, this will be his legacy, for better or worse. That's Trudeau's legacy. And in the spirit of that, we're doing some of our own life-altering innovating down here in America. Check out this Florida judge who wore a VR headset to listen to the defense recently.
Appeared through a virtual reality headset.
These people are coming into his space, right?
And he's backing up.
And he's backing up.
For an immersive experience an artist designed to illustrate this defense expert's opinion.
As we back up and they're being approached, and it's like a chest-to-chest encounter. No matter where you look, this is when he pulls the gun out, when he's backed up against the bar.
Did so in self-defense, he testified.
Standing right in his personal space, he still has not brought out his gun.
That is correct.
Placing the judge and the defendant's shoes.
I believe is the first time in the state of Florida, in a criminal or civil case, that virtual reality was admitted into evidence. And it may be the first time in the United States that virtual reality was admitted into a criminal hearing.
Yeah. Did you guys see him jump back when the black guy got really close?
It's super realistic, that VR. Yeah, that was the judge that jumped like that. That was Judge Andrew Siegel. He agreed to a defense request that he wear the VR headset to review a wedding venue where the owner allegedly pulled out a gun on rowdy guests. And so that was and so basically the defense team had a hell of a defense team, because an AI artist put together, based on the crime scene photos, like an AI experience for the judge, basically for the judge to be like, wow, they really did crowd his ass. Maybe the gun wasn't so crazy.
Dude,
and so
groping cases are going to be awesome.
Yeah. And then he put his hand right here.
Can I be the defendant?
And then he slid it up here.
The Italians are working on getting VR for those, like real, quick.
I gotta say,
they got to get
you're
a 10-second review.
Yeah.
If you're a defense attorney and you got to this first, you're winning your case. 10 years from now, you might actually be judged by the facts of the case. But right now, the judge is so wowed by the tech.
Yep.
That's absolutely coming into play if it's a bench trial.
And in Florida, you think that guy was going to be able to use his gun? Pretty sure. I didn't see the outcome of the case. Pretty sure that the VR headset worked, since it was like a gun thing. It was defending a gun use in Florida.
Everyone's got a headset to defend it. Everyone. Take them away, boys.
A lot of Canadians in the chat are saying they want to go 51.
Whoa! Look at that.
Well, one Canadian, the other one's an American trolling.
Yeah.
I welcome the Canadians with open arms. John Candy, great Canadian. There's a lot of good Canadians.
Tamarack, I want to disagree with you on the healthcare, but he said he's a hunter and trapper, and that it's tough with him with guns and Trudeau. That makes sense. There's certain professions that makes sense. But
I'm sure in
overall,
Canada
in terms of
there's
gun
a situation
deaths,
where
I think Pat was correct on the control of guns, and the healthcare is certainly better whether you wait in line or not, because we wait in line too,
a month,
and we don't have it. We don't have healthcare.
So I pay $5.50 a month. How old am I? 39, 13 years. Never used it once because no one takes it.
Yeah, it's a problem with
in the
a lot
US
of
is
the
the worst
American
in
plans.
maybe the world.
That,
Oh, dude. By the way, on that
pay
note,
for it, but nobody actually takes it. So that's an issue that if we do merge with Canada, we maybe want to take the best of both of our systems there and try to do a little bit of like shuffling that together, because maybe we could round out each other's edges. If we do the merger.
That
like America.
Did anyone see that doctor who tweeted last week, essentially that United Healthcare denied the claim of one of his patients who was in a coma and on a ventilator because it was not medically necessary for them to be in the hospital, and it went viral, and then the doctor deleted his Twitter, or someone deleted his Twitter, but it's gone.
Damn, that's a pretty serious situation.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be tweeting about it.
Not anymore.
No,
It's gone.
Because it's gone.
Dead.
Screenshotted though.
Vanished. All right. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else out of Canada.
Done.
Or it's true done. Or the VR headset judge. So that's it.
Okay.
Canada Corner. Yeah. And that Canada Corner was brought to you by our incredible new sponsors, FitBod. Okay. Have you ever had trouble like getting motivated to work out? I know I do.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Yeah. Like you want to, but then there's something else you want to do, or you want to eat something, and then your stomach is full, and then you don't know, and you make yourself an excuse about why maybe I'm not going to work out after all. But FitBod is like having a personal trainer in your pocket that builds you a fully personalized workout routine. And it'll keep you reminding you when it's time to work out. It'll give you nutritional tips. It's easy to use. Downloaded the app and just, pull it up. You input, what you have access to train with and all that, what your lifestyle is like. And the app just automatically feeds you, everything you need to do to get fit. All right. It'll help you measure your gains too. Like, when you're working out, you want to see how much you're improving. It'll help you measure that. It gives you everything you need to know to get shredded. And then it's the perfect time of year to do this because, you want to get shredded now before it's beach season again. And that always sneaks up on you, beach season, right? So don't let it sneak up on you.
You know who probably uses Fitbod is Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't doubt that guy's fit as hell.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, look at him.
Does he look like he had a personalized workout routine created
Yes.
by an app? He sure does. It adapts to your growth, as I was saying, measures your success and keeps adapting. Tracks your muscle recovery, so you're not overtraining, undertraining, and it's fine-tuned by experts, certified personal trainers. Level up your workout. Join FitBod today to get your personalized workout plan. Get 20% off your subscription, or try the app free for 7 days at fitbod.me/hardfactor. That's Fitbod, FITBOD.me/hardfactor.
Heck yeah. And real quick, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I run a small business outside of this business, and I got to ship a lot of stuff, a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacre merchandise, a lot of gifts, all sorts of stuff. And I use ShipStation to do that, and it's never been easier. I do it from my house, guys. All the repetitive tasks I used to have to do, automated, bam, plus the best rates among all global carriers. That's really where the savings comes in with ShipStation. Why would you go and pay the list price at FedEx when you can get almost 90% off sometimes with ShipStation? Focus on the parts of your business that actually matter. Don't worry about fulfillment. Again, with ShipStation, it's pretty simple. One login, and you never need to upgrade. They grow with your business no matter how big it gets. So lead your business into the future with smart features and automations that boost efficiency and save you time, up to 88% off UPS, DHL, Express, USPS, and as I said, up to 90% off at FedEx. Claim the chaos of order fulfillment with the shipping software that delivers. So to switch to ShipStation today, go to ShipStation.com and use code HARDFACTOR, one word, to sign up for a free trial. That's ShipStation.com/HARDFACTOR. If you got a little side hustle, you might want to look into it. ShipStation.com. Promo code HARDFACTOR. All right, guys. The election results were certified on Monday, January 6th-ish. What's today? Yeah, they were certified. They got certified. There was no riot.
Kamala didn't stop the vote.
No, she certified. Everything went according to Donald Trump's plan.
Dude, Kamala, Joe Biden could have done the funniest thing ever if he had tweeted that shit on January 6th.
That's true. It would have been funny. But no one seems to be making a joke at Trump's expense because everyone's afraid. Like the Washington Post, guys who disallowed a political cartoonist from publishing a cartoon that criticized Jeff Bezos and depicted Jeff Bezos at the feet of Donald Trump with a sack of money. And the editor said, not going to do that one. And
doesn't he own the Post?
He owns the Post. That's right.
Someone would have got fired.
Smart decision.
Is that a smart decision?
Well, and if you own the Post.
Yeah, you don't typically publish, articles against your owner. I mean, that's tough.
Look at Bezos' bald head there.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse is there just throwing himself at the feet of Donald Trump.
I mean, what they're saying, everybody's donating to Trump. Yeah, I mean, after he won, it was kind of like people. That's how the system works in America. The corporations grovel to the people in power.
Yeah, this cartoonist is really prolific and successful. They won a Pulitzer, but they quit. And they said the issue is not censorship necessarily, it's consistency. I guess there was an article, or there's been a couple articles published in the Post that criticized Bezos's bullshit when it comes to owning a newspaper. And Wes, you are right. That is correct. It's a smart move, but there's supposed to be a separation when it's a press house outlet. That's the issue.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, these days, at this point, with the way that everything has been so, like, sort of slanted, like every paper has like a target audience.
Could he have outsourced
it's in a
that
certain
to a different
range
paper?
of the political spectrum? Like, I mean, like it's not crazy to say you, like, because there's so much censorship that's done just for the good of the audience, just what they want to hear. So, like, it's not that insane to me that Jeff Bezos is saying, no, you can't publish a bad article about me or a bad cartoon.
It's not that he is, but look, 330,000 people have left the Washington Post, canceled their subscriptions, and they're about to lay off a rack of folks. So, but not that Bezos will care, right? Probably because he's got so much
the
money.
thing about the Washington Post is, like,
Right.
not a lot of, like, Trump supporters are going to buy it now. I mean, like, because they're conditioned to it being the Washington Post, so they just lose a lot of hardcore Washington Post former followers.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
The recent pictures of
Is that
Sanchez on the yacht.
Washington Post?
He doesn't.
No, I haven't.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Like
All
to be a VR on that yacht, you know what I mean?
Yeah, big time.
He saw that
commit a
cartoon.
crime.
Yeah, spit out his
Can I be the
champagne.
defendant's hand?
He's head deep in those things.
This letter is to the Florida District Attorney. I would like to be transferred to the Destin Beach, Florida district, please, so that I can oversee any crimes that take place during spring break.
Yeah, I would like to be the judge in Florida. No doubt about it. But yeah, I mean, the Washington Post, the point is, like, what is that? Like 1/10 of 1% of his annual income, or not?
I guess that's the sad part about it.
All
like
it's
if you own the
yeah,
paper,
I mean,
it's
he
letter
doesn't-
to
journalists, the
he
editors,
doesn't
and the people
care.
that used to love the Washington Post, the readers. It doesn't affect.
He's so
Bezos.
rich.
Yeah.
He's so rich that one of the biggest newspapers is such a small
Chump
part of
change.
his portfolio that he just doesn't give a fuck.
It's upsetting to me because they do really good reporting, and there's not that many institutions
Used to.
left that dig deep. Whether you like if you think it's bent or not, I mean, I don't, but whatever. Anyway, Trump is to be sentenced, guys, on Friday in the hush money trial. Judge Juan Merchan denied Trump's request to delay the sentencing hearing until after he's president. Trump's legal team said, quote, should vacate the sentence hearing scheduled for January 10th and suspend all further deadlines in the case until President Trump's immunity appeals are fully and finally resolved. They're referring to the President King ruling by the Supreme Court. But Merchan says, nah, absolutely not. This has been delayed since July, and I'm going to go ahead and sentence him on Friday. He said,
can he do the swearing in from a prison cell? Because that would be incredible.
that would be cool. Question from the live chat. They call me Big Joe. Can he pardon himself? He cannot, because this is a state
in New
case.
York. So it's so hilarious. It would be like it would just be such a comical situation for him to be sworn in this meaningless case where he would still be the president.
Could he go to jail? Is that a
So
possibility?
he absolutely
They put him in
could.
jail for like a day so he can swear in jail.
Are they going to let that happen?
He could, but
Dude,
our
that'd be
legal system
amazing.
system's already been so deeply intimidated by Donald Trump and his legal folks that
Right,
there's
you want to lose your job. It's
there's
like,
no
yeah, Bezos.
justice
This is a
already.
dumber move than a Washington Post caricature of Jeff Bezos.
Exactly. You want to put the about to be president in jail for a day, you're going to lose your fucking career. Yeah.
It'd be awesome, dude.
Juan
I
Merchan
hope
doesn't
they
give a
do it.
shit.
I
I mean,
hope
it's
they do it.
the only part of our government still intact is the justice system. But Juan Merchan
Oh, yeah,
said,
they're doing great.
I think they are. On Friday, what Judge Juan Merchan said, he would probably not be scheduling to jail time. He'll probably give him an unconditional discharge, which means he'd remain a convicted felon but would have no other punishment. He's going to appear virtually to the sentencing. The big thing for Trump, honestly, is that he's going to get dressed down. That's the thing. No, he might not be sentenced, but he is going to get 12 minutes of the judge verbally punishing him, which to him is like, as he, what he said after he dodged the Vietnam draft. He said STDs were his own personal Vietnam. This is going to be like his own Korea. He's going to hate it. Getting dressed down by Juan Merchan. It's happening Friday.
He's
Hopefully,
gonna be
we'll
doing
see
a lot of like reaction.
No cameras in the courtroom in New York.
What a weekend. And then what is it, Monday he gets sworn in, so he gets dressed down on Friday and he gets sworn in like
I think on the 20th or the 21st right there. He gets sworn in. And then, guys, finally, Rudy Giuliani, America's worst lawyer, was held in contempt of court on Monday for failing to cooperate in the handover $11 million of his personal assets to the Georgia poll workers whose lives he ruined by going on TV and saying that they conspired to steal the 2020 presidential election, and then essentially sent a bunch of crazy Trump supporters to their house, and the death threats, harassment. Anyway, the court ruled in their favor for a $148 million defamation suit, and Rudy was supposed to put down $11 million in good faith. But he's been a dodging. Rudy has.
You think Rudy's gonna pay? You think Rudy's gonna pay his tab?
I don't think he's got 11 million to pay.
Well, he does. He definitely doesn't have 148 though. So Rudy has turned over his.
He spends all of that on fake hair. I mean, his fake hair budget is out of control. I mean,
he's also like a scammer's. He's like a scammer's wet dream. He's probably gifted out a bunch of money to people just calling him. You know?
Right.
We might see Rudy pop like a bunch of cyanide pills in the courtroom if
it's possible. I wouldn't put it past him.
The Four Seasons debacle. You think he's got 11 million hanging around?
So Rudy has so far
an envelope in his jacket pocket in the middle of the.
He's turned over his $6 million New York apartment. He's turned that over. He got a little cute with his priceless 1980 Mercedes. He turned the car over, but said he couldn't find the title. He said, "Here's a car, but good luck, bitch." The most prized possession, other than the 4 World Series rings that he has, which he gave to his son, or his son said his dad gave to him, was a signed Joe DiMaggio jersey that was hanging over his fireplace that he can no longer find. Can't find it. I don't know where it went. Can't find it, lady.
He's not going to give him the sports memorabilia. Their best bet is to like try to seize some of his money, but I'm sure he's like figured out how to get all that.
Sounds like he'd rather give limbs than Yankee memorabilia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the judge. This is fucked up. The judge ordered him to turn over his television.
Oh, yeah.
How much is that worth? $2,000?
I don't know, but it's everything. His fucking
goes towards the tab.
Yeah. He keeps busting out his grandfather's pocket watch that was given to him in court, saying he really doesn't want to part with that. And there's a legal ruling next week to see if he can stay in his $3.5 million Palm Beach condo, which he says is his primary residence. But these ladies are getting it all, Rudy. And Trump's sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not going to offer him a couch, that's for sure.
Yeah, Rudy, you know when you went out there and you said all those lies on my behalf because I encouraged you to do it, good luck.
Could he pardon him once he gets in office?
It's a civil lawsuit.
Yeah, but the money. Yeah, he can pardon him, but the money.
There's no criminal charges. I mean, he could get pardoned. I guess he did get
pardon
charges.
him just in general, though, so he doesn't get any criminal charges ever.
There's going to be ways that Trump is able to put his finger on the scale.
But he's going to need to like sell a pillow or something.
Oh yeah, Trump's definitely got to come help him and save him. That's the type of guy Trump is.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, once he's president, there's probably things he can do.
Yeah, I mean the money making machine that is a high ranking Republican getting the government's thumb put under him comes out of the woodwork. Like Trump gets like 200 million in a day,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and also Trump, if you remember the first Manafort.
I don't know if anyone cares about Rudy though.
Manafort was in a similar situation, and Trump really didn't do anything to save him, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, he lessened his sentence, I think, before he ended office. But
I think Trump stiffed Rudy on at least $1 million worth of legal bills. So,
yeah. Rudy's problem now.
Yeah, Rudy's living his last days.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, no, Trump might have to pay the poll workers. It's $2 million now. There's a debt that the poll workers.
But like I said, anytime that Trump owes money, he just sends out a text and he gets it 20-fold. He profits every time he gets fined.
Yeah, but that's Trump's money. He's
that's not Rudy.
Rudy's not getting 1 red cent of his campaign money.
No,
he's gonna get a thank you.
Yeah,
a nice card.
Maybe he'll get a Medal of Honor.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take that.
You could get a Medal of Honor.
Oh, the Presidential Medal of Excellence or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember those? Those were funny. The picture of Magic Johnson getting his is so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's the best.
All right. Let's move on to Skip the Skipster, Skip Bayless, who is embroiled in a new lawsuit, along with some executives over at Fox FS1. Guys, did you ever have an infatuation with a hairstylist?
Yeah, my guy Adrian is the best.
You wanted to fuck Adrian?
Like a sexual infatuation?
I wanted to cut my hair.
Somebody, like a hot chick who's cut your hair, and you've been like, oh man.
Well, Wes, I know you and I have talked about back in the day going to like the hair cuttery and like Herndon and getting like an Asian woman as a teenager to just massage your hair. That you know,
Yeah.
I don't remember a particular one, but there was a few times that
I remember
I didn't need a haircut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You remember the one, Wes?
Yeah, well, a hair cutter in North Point Village Center.
Yes.
Asian with fake tits. I don't know. Can't remember her name, but I used to love when she would lean.
That's why I have an Asian son.
Yeah.
Yep.
She would lean into me and cut my fat head, and I would be in ecstasy.
Horrible hair cutter. Got made fun of at the playground afterwards, but worth it.
Yeah, I'll take 1/8 of an inch off.
Wes is just shuddering every time she brushes against him. You know,
He's coming with fucking pennies. He's scraped together. So, it's his third haircut this week.
I'll be back next week. I would never request her, but it was like, you know, when she'd walk up to the clipboard and read my name, I'd look at the other guys and be like, yeah, you know what's happening right now.
you wouldn't
it's
request.
I'm going to the best seat in the house, boys.
Yeah.
I mean, if you walk on a movie set or a TV set and you want to find the most attractive women on that set, you go to the hair trailer or the makeup trailer. That's where you go.
Yeah, I mean,
Hot chicks, yeah.
lot of makeup artists are very attractive.
Well, and they're professionals at makeup, which
Yeah.
is awesome because they know how to make themselves look good.
Well,
And
they
you
got to look good because you
great.
don't want to get your hair cut by a freak.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, I wanted to give her like an inappropriate hug that lasted too long. I mean, I would have had her nipple in my mouth the whole time during a haircut if I could have. But you know, I landed you know, somewhere on the lines of the thank you for the haircut. I'll see you, you know, in a few days. But if I were rich and famous and we were all alone, I would have been more inclined to give a very, very inappropriate hug, just like Fox News superstar 73-year-old Skip Bayless is accused of doing to his hot hairstylist. This woman, Nushin Faraji, here she is. Here's another picture of her. She's cute. You know, she's good looking, right?
She's hot.
Yeah, hot.
Yeah.
And
Like to get my hair washed by her. Yeah.
yeah, I like her to lean into me or give me. She was assigned to the Undisputed show and claims that Skip gave her lingering hugs after each haircut, putting his body against her own, pressing against her breasts. According to this lawsuit she just filed. I mean, that's a proper hug.
Is she sure he's not just that jacked? You know.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't help it that, you know, his chisel physique is right there every time.
It's a good point, Will. It's like granite.
right.
Right.
He's like a tiny miniature brick wall, like Great Wall of China. That guy.
Skip gives good hugs. So far, I don't know if there's an issue here, but it gets a little more creepy for the old Skipster. The lawsuit continues. He then began to kiss her on her cheeks. Miss Faraji was uncomfortable by the physical contact and would make excuses to leave right after the haircuts. And Skip was like, you know, hey, where's my hug? And then Skip,
And the kiss on the cheek.
Well, is Faraji a Persian last name? I mean, that could be cultural. You know, it could be a cultural
Skip
misunderstanding.
thinks he's being cultural.
Maybe.
Okay.
When did he ask for a number one downstairs?
oh, he asked and he offered. Now, then Skip
Maybe
went
I
all
trim
out.
you. You know.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Maybe we turn the tables.
yeah.
Maybe I can reciprocate here.
Hey, you're gonna need this
slippers
apron.
on.
Let's do a number 0 down there.
Yeah.
So, according to the New York Post, article by Andrew Crane, in 2021, Faraji, who's a single mother, allegedly informed Skip about an issue she feared could be cancer after she developed issues with her left ovary and had a fourth biopsy planned, hoping that Bayless would, quote, take pity on her and
Fix it.
cease his advances. Yeah, or to give her
He's
money.
like,
got an
nothing's
issue.
wrong with your breast, though, right?
You got an issue with your ovary? Let me get up in there. Let me get under the hood.
Let me see what's going on with that ovary. Instead, Skip told her that he wanted to be with her, the lawsuit alleged, and she panicked and began rambling that there were cameras everywhere, that she has a child, she doesn't want to be with him. Skip's also married. Here's his wife, what, Valentina, or I don't know what her last name is. But then
is she 8 inches taller than him, or is he ducking?
He's sitting. He's sitting on a bar stool. But then Bayless grabbed her hands, began kissing them, and then he was like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to offer you $1.5 million to have sex with me. That's what she
Okay.
did. 1.5 mil.
So that was his offer to help.
Yeah.
It was
a quid pro quo.
If you're in dire straits,
yeah,
you can be my prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fan of a decent proposal. To me,
you want a new ovary? It's going to cost you your vagina, and I'm going to give you $1.5 million. That's a fair deal. And
that's
then
the Skip Bayless special right there.
Yeah. Then Skip said something to the effects of, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives?" And then she was like, "What the fuck?" And she told Skip that her father was dead. And then Skip was taken aback. And
from too much pussy.
Yeah.
Was it a suicide vest? So he must have a lot.
Yeah, was it a suicide?
Like, what an insensitive thing to say to someone.
Yeah.
He's got to know better than that, right?
Make your dad proud.
He doesn't care. He's
offering $1.5 million for to sleep with him. He doesn't care.
I'm sure you've got some sort of rug we could get down on, yeah?
Is that's such a weird thing to come up with a number to pay a woman to fuck you, because it's like the higher you go, the worse you think of yourself. You know what I mean? In some respects, you're like, all right, three.
Well,
it sounds unbelievable because he's full of himself, and that's a lot of money to offer.
He's saying that it's his charity. He's saying, I want to help you, but it's, as Wes said, a quid pro quo. I want to help you, but you got to help me.
Yeah. There's also other stuff in the lawsuit, like she accused what's the one of the Fox Sports
Joy
executives, Joy Taylor, but also vice president of content. This guy Dixon is his last name.
The guy on the right, I believe it. Look at that smile.
He says that he grabbed her ass at a birthday party, and then she confided in Joy Taylor, and Joy Taylor said, "Get over it." But
the implication is that Joy Taylor banged that guy,
Acho or whatever,
because essentially Acho is the guy on the left, right?
Yeah. Well, the implication is
Skip didn't want Joy Taylor to come on the show. He said she doesn't have any experience, and I guess Joy Taylor brought Acho to that exec, said, "You got to hire this guy." And then after Skip said no, the exec came to Skip and was like, hire Joy as a personal favor to me. After he told Joy to come to the meeting like provocatively dressed. So the implication is like Joy banged the exec, and then the exec did right by her.
Yeah. He did right
by her show.
That's right.
After he wronged her.
But what's hilarious is that
ways to get a job,
Jason Whitlock, who's like, part of the show, this guy, he claims that that Shannon Sharp, who Skip Bayless accused, was like obsessed with, that he was fucking Niraji over and over again. That Jason Whitlock says that Sharp baited Skip into this kind of, quote, sexual Olympics. He said, quote, he walked around that place like he was banging every makeup and wardrobe girl in the place, was known for running around there in the tightest little boxer shorts he could find and nothing else. And he said he baited Skip Bayless, for lack of better explanation, into a pimp competition. Who can have the most girls in hair and makeup like them and want to be with them? He also said they're both idiots and that they were going to get Me Too'd, and that's where Skip is now. But that's Jason Whitlock is basically blaming Shannon Sharp for creating this this competition between him and
Whitlock, who also went full right wing for clicks. You can't believe anything that guy says.
An idiot.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what's going on.
Shannon Sharp did just release a video of himself fucking somebody on accident.
He did.
On accident.
I mean,
that was mutual.
Michelle.
To make that accusation.
Accident.
Shannon Sharp.
No, I'm not saying that. I think that Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless probably are a little bit inappropriate around the set, but 1.5 million really for?
I don't think Shannon is, bro. He seems like he's got his shit together.
Yeah, except for that whole releasing a video of you.
I mean, I think girls would just naturally want to bang Shannon Sharp. He's a good-looking, successful.
Just to see it.
Yeah,
just to see it. Yeah.
Just to see it. I mean, there's no competition between Shannon and Skip. That's why Skip has to offer $1.5 million to stay in the
Right.
game.
Skip is very emasculated by Shannon Sharp. I believe that's
He's obsessed.
You can tell that just by looking at the two of them in a picture.
He's obsessed.
Look at the way Skip is. He
dreaded the competition, the pimp competition. Yeah.
Look at that.
He needs to prove himself to Shannon constantly.
He's like Woody Allen.
Yeah. And so it's just
it's time to give it up, Skip.
So anyway, we're gonna find out. This is just Shannon Sharp says this has nothing. This ain't got nothing to do with me. But
he released a statement saying that. Yeah. I don't think he defended Skip in it either.
No, he didn't. No, he wants nothing to do with it.
He distanced himself from it.
Has Ernestine said anything? Has anybody defended Skip?
No one's defending Skip. Maybe Joy Taylor might come to Skip's.
Right, because she's got to claim it's all fake too.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. Pretty funny though. That
1.5 seems like a lot for a guy that's full of himself to offer for sex.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy that amount.
She's saying the charity angle, like he's offering.
Yeah. Well, I think that he probably tried to sleep with her, but I don't know if he made the condition of you
want to live. You want to live?
Yeah, I don't know if that all happened. I think it might have been implied, but I don't think. Yeah. All right. Last story of the day. We got a top prank of 2025 contender. A man recently played a prank on Jerome Gutierrez from Hillsborough, California, and the prankster is competing against the shit sandwich cop for top prank of 2025. I know that was before, but it's new to us.
It counts.
Jerome likes to take long flights, like 15-hour long flights on United Airlines, traveling from San Francisco to Manila, Philippines, right? And Jerome likes to fall asleep on those flights, but apparently he doesn't like pranks. And this is nothing sexual, not like the Skip Bayless thing, not like this. This is going to sound like a similar story that we've covered in the past, the act, but that act was definitely sexual. This one is purely a prank today. So Jerome, picture this. Jerome's falling asleep, and you're his seatmate, and you're a prankster, and you're loaded up on liquids. What are you going to do? Jerome's in the way. Jerome's in the way. You're inside. Jerome's in the way. You're loaded up on liquids.
In a bottle.
Piss in Jerome's bottle, maybe.
In his bottle?
You don't have a bottle, but the sleeping guy has a bottle.
Well, what's the prank of pissing in your own? Piss your pants. Okay.
Because then he's got to sit next to you.
Yeah.
Pee
on his hands.
Maybe like pee a little on his feet while you pee in the
Get an erection so you don't pee yourself because of vas deferens.
Interesting.
And then say, hey, check it out.
Hey, Jerome.
And then say, must be the altitude.
I'm really excited about the Philippines.
Yeah, get a real long erection. What about just piss all over Jerome?
Okay, so he just went with the standard. You're just gonna piss all over him.
Just assault.
Yeah, what about piss on his pants? So Jerome's seatmate unloaded mid-flight all over Jerome. Have all that urine.
The guy to get up. He didn't ask the fucking guy to get up. He just pissed on him.
Just all over him, completely covering him. Have all that urine, he said, while pissing on sleepy Jerome. I mean, if you think about it, this is like the adult version of sticking someone's hand in a cup of water when they're sleeping.
Yeah. Did he then piss?
Well, tomato. Yeah, he then pissed Wes. Yeah, and then it was. You can't tell whose piss it is.
Look what you did to yourself.
Yeah. So is Jerome a violent man, or is he? Did he react with a cool?
Funny you should say that. He's not, but that comes into play. So Jerome woke up and he was soaked head to toe. No chance this was from like a spilled drink, and then the ear to ear grin on his seatmate started getting Jerome's wheels spinning. He didn't go to the bathroom once, and he didn't wake me up to get past me, Jerome thought. Uh-oh. In fact, Jerome semi-woke up mid-piss to see the man pissing on him, but he thought he was dreaming because no way the guy sitting next to him was ripping a full wee on him, right? Like, there's no chance. Mm-hmm. No one's stream is that thick. I'm probably dreaming, he thought.
That Filipino whore drugged me.
Exactly. Now, he wasn't dreaming, though, and pretty soon Jerome and the whole flight crew figured out what happened because Jerome smelt like asparagus, and the United crew offered Jerome some...
dehydrated.
Yeah, very dehydrated. The United crew offered Jerome some United pajamas and told him to go change because he was disgusting. Then they forced Jerome to not go near the pisser Will because they were afraid he'd clock him. So they separated the two, and that was their solution.
But he didn't know him. It wasn't a buddy.
No.
The prank thing is a ruse. The headline is some guy got peed on a flight to the Philippines, right?
That's assault. Did the guy?
That's my take on it. That it was a
Yeah,
prank.
I know. It's a great take.
They're strangers.
Just curious. Okay.
It wasn't like one of us pissing on each other. No, this was a stranger.
Did they arrest this dude in the Philippines?
Well, yeah, United Airlines spokesperson Anusha Rasta said, yeah, there was a disturbance on the flight and they banned the prankster for life, but went on to say, in fairness, it's an S-tier prank. She said,
Piss on a sleeping person.
we're going to ban him, but it is funny. And then police did meet the prankster and the piss-soaked Jerome at Manila, and the prankster allegedly pled with Jerome the whole way into the room, being like, "Don't make a big deal out of this. I don't want to go back to jail." You know,
be cool, man.
Yeah, be cool. Downplay it.
You got free pajamas, man.
Yeah, exactly. So that was
like you've never fucking pissed on someone, man.
You were pissed on. Now you're acting pissed off. Calm down. Jerome's stepdaughter had some not nice words to say about United. She called the incident a biohazard and thought they should have turned the plane around and ruined everyone's week because the dad who stepped up got pissed on. Apparently, she's either young, but she used the term biohazard, so I think she's just a prude. But whatever. I don't know. I mean, I think the guy got arrested. I guess if I'm Jerome, I'd be demanding a ton of free flights, and I'd play it up too. I'd be like, "Oh, he got it in my eye. There's urine in my eye." You know, the whole nine.
Yeah.
But
that guy had a one-way ticket to the Philippines anyway. He wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't need to go back.
Yeah.
After his business was done.
Right. Yeah, the Manila cops took him off, and they're like, "We're going to arrest him." They had some beers with him.
Yeah.
I mean, the FBI has to take that flight just all the time, right? Undercover.
You'd think.
Oh, anywhere to the Philippines or Thailand. Yeah.
They're just looking to see who hasn't got up to pee for like 10 hours now. It's like, seat 32A has been in his seat for 12 hours straight.
I pissed on a girl one time and tried to blame it on her. Didn't work.
But that was when you were sleeping, right?
Yeah, we were sleeping.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That was when you were sleeping, right?
It was. We were sleeping.
Right?
We woke up to the piss-soaked bed.
Okay. And then you blamed it on her. Yeah.
Yeah, and I blamed
I mean,
it on her.
peeing on your buddy is kind of funny, but only if it's your buddy.
Yeah.
Peeing on a stranger, it rises above prank level. That's a stranger's piss.
A buddy in my fraternity who was a
I'd
little
be more
older,
mad if a buddy did it
was-
to me than a stranger, to be honest with you.
Really?
My big brother in my fraternity was hooking up with a little person, and he's like a 6'6" dude. He was hooking up with like a wee girl, a little person, literally. And he crapped the bed and he blamed it on her.
Yeah.
He's like, "Get your little ass out of here!" Disgusting. His turd is probably the size of her.
In total, little woman.
Could you have done this?
That's the show.
That's an incredible story.
Yeah, we thought so too. We were like, Jesus, what's wrong with you? Hilarious though. All right.
Live comments. Bailey Green saying that his buddy, a girl shit the bed in the middle of the night.
Who's to
call me
say?
Big Joe pissed in a girl's suitcase in a hostel. Yeah.
Maybe the little broad put my boxers on and shit in those too. That's why there's poop in my boxers.
GM saying a boner pee has a beautiful arc if you can muster it. Hard to do, but
yeah. I mean, thoughtful topics today on the show.
You're in
obviously.
trouble, buddy.
Yeah.
Great comments. Join us at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube or X.
Yep. We love you. Get out there and have a great fucking day. Talk to you tomorrow.
The cream of the crop!